What we're going to do with this is we've got a variable speed pump. We're going to run it at one speed. We're not going to change the speed at all. And we're going to show you the difference between running it through an 1.5-inch pipe versus a 2-inch pipe versus 2.5-inch pipe. The purpose is basically to show you that you can get more flow, right, by going to larger plumbing, but you're using no more energy, okay? So when we talk about hydraulics and we talk about the efficiency, by going to the larger pipe, we're actually going to increase flow. You would think maybe it would decrease, but it doesn't. You don't really save energy as far as your kilowatt usage, but you're producing more flow so you can run less time, okay? So for instance, right now, we're running at 2,400 RPMs on a variable speed pump, probably about a 1 to 1.5 horsepower pump if it was a single speed. On our 1.5-inch plumbing, you'll actually see, and it's hard for you guys to read it, but we're running right around 50 to 55 gallons a minute, okay? So if we switch that, which I'll do, if we switch that over to 2-inch plumbing, kind of let it settle in, RPMs don't change, okay? Now you can see we're almost up to 70 gallons per minute. So we've increased our flow by almost 20 gallons per minute, but we're using no more energy to do that. Okay, so that's going to save you time in turning that body of water over. Any questions on that? All right, it's probably not going to take 15 minutes, but if we go to 2.5-inch plumbing, which is not something that's real popular in residential, but if you switched it to 2.5-inch plumbing, your flow is now over 80 gallons per minute. Close to double what we were with 1.5-inch, not quite double. So you could run that pool for maybe 5 hours versus 8 hours to turn it over just by using the larger plumbing. So what we're doing is decreasing friction, right? But we're using no more energy with our pump. It's just a prime example of how variable speed pumps with the larger plumbing is the more energy efficient way to go. So we have a full lineup of variable speed pumps available across the board. You can get them in 115 now, 230, they're all out there. So it's just hydraulically more sound to go with the larger plumbing if you're building a swimming pool. If you've got to retrofit a pool, you got an existing pad and it's all 1.5-inch plumbing, if you can change that 1.5-inch above the ground where you can see it, you're still going to increase your efficiency. For example, if you've got 2.5-inch suction lines coming up, if you manifold that to 2-inch plumbing, you've got 3 inches of water feeding a 2-inch line. So now you can plumb the rest of the pad 2-inch, and whenever you return back underground, reduce it back to 1.5-inch there. Just that little bit in that pad is still going to save the consumer money over time.